Hey everyone, Shabby I'm here and welcome back to some more FIFA 17 in our Manchester United career mode. Interesting episode here this evening. We've got for you Everton away. We've got the quarter-final of the League Cup against Crystal Palace. And then we have a home game against Leicester. Now, last episode our form really declined. I don't know what quite happened to us last episode. We were really bad. I think we drew two. There we go. We lost to Russia 1-0. Drew 0-0 with Swansea and drew 3-3 with Roma. So it wasn't the best of episodes for us, and hopefully we can turn things around on this one, starting off here with Everton. Now I've changed the formation slightly, and I'm going to do something that I've been mentioning for quite some time now. We're going to play Dybala at cam behind Ibrahimovic and Marshall. We still have Rashford injured, but I think that's a pretty strong side there, and hopefully we'll be able to be very attacking and very aggressive and get some goals against Everton early on, and hopefully turn them... on this game, when someone's head drops, it's very difficult for them to get back into it. We're currently 4 points at the top of the table, and we have a game in hand on Arsenal and Chelsea, who are currently second. So if we win this, we can be very, very far ahead, very early on in the season. So without further ado, let's stop nattering and get straight into the action in this game here against Everton. Right, so we've got Ibrahimovic, we've got Dybala and Marshall all on the pitch at the same time. This team should be made of goals. We might concede a few, but the idea is here to score more than our opponents, I would imagine. And again, we've got attacking down both sides as well with Memphis Depay and with Dembele as well. I was having a look at the stats earlier on, and it's showing that Martins actually has a potential of 90 plus. God, I'm crap at this, aren't I? That's so early on in the game to concede as well. 3 minutes in. Yeah, it's not going well, is it? It's another one of those situations. I've had this quite a lot the last few days where the player's just very, very slow at playing the ball, and that's quite frustrating there as Deulofeu gets the goal with 1-0 down after 3 minutes, and that's not what I was hoping for. I was just saying about how we may concede quite a few goals with this formation, but it's so aggressive and attacking that we should just score more than our opponents, and we now have a chance to prove that here. And, and the attack straight away, Memphis, the tackle. Right, Jonathan Tah with the tackle. Into Memphis. Dybala, gotta be, yes it is. Dybala gets the goal. So I was just saying a minute ago, I probably would have cut that little bit out, but the reason I'm playing Dybala at cam is because he seems to always drop off the front whenever we play him as a striker. So I thought playing him as a cam is going to mean that he's got two guys ahead of him to be able to do that. And there we go, creeping in. Great little run through the middle, and he was able to slide that past Romero, who really didn't make much of an effort to try and save that, did he? And we do get the equaliser. Midget manager is very happy. And Dybala, I think this could be a very good role for Dybala. Dropping him back to the centre forward slash cam role could be very beneficial for him. There we go, 1-0. Depay with the corner now. We haven't scored from a corner in ages. Don't know why we've got some big strong lads. I think we've gone more down the pace route though, haven't we really? So that's probably why a lot of our players are quite small. But we do have some big players. We've got Ibrahimovic and Pogba and so forth in the middle, and 3 big centre backs as well. Oh, come on, De Gea, how are you conceding that? Oh. I nutmegged him. Come on, De Gea, you've saved much more difficult shots than that. That was really poor. And I'm not taking away from my poor defending there. I know it was bad, but still, I expected better from De Gea in that situation. There we go, with 2-1 down now on the brink of half-time. So that's a bit of a kick in the teeth after us getting back into it. Oh, my poor defending doesn't help as well. Oh my God, how bad am I? They've just destroyed me there in 2 minutes. Oh God. That is awful. So the problem is that I've got at the moment is, I think attacking wise I'm okay on world class, but defensive wise I'm still not quite at a high enough level, I don't think. But you never know, there's still time to get back into this. We conceded 3 against West Ham and came back And got a 3-3 draw, so who knows. To Ibra. Out wide to Memphis. Memphis ball in. It's gone far post. Marshall off the post. Come on. Getting no luck here, are we? Jonathan Tarr plays it straight back though, and it's been cut up by Brownie. Ibra now into Patrick Murphy. Oh, God, why? We've hit the post 3 times now in this game. 3 times. Determined to get a goal. Dybala. Dybala, there we go. We've got one back. We've hit the post 3 times in this match now, and it finally took another goal, second of the game by Dybala to get that goal. And it's not the easiest angle to score from, but he's powered it into the back of the net. Is there a chance we can get a draw here? It's very unlikely, isn't it? But let's give it a go. No. Oh, a few seconds more, maybe, you never know, but it wasn't to be the case. We've lost 3-2, but I think the formation we played has definitely helped out Dybala. He got 2 goals, so definitely it's done well for him, but I don't know. Was it a one-off? Was it my poor defending, or Dybala got a 9.2? Marshall only 6.8. Marshall not the best of games, did he? And wasn't very good. If you look at it, it's the complete opposite to normal games we play. Normally, the other team gets loads of opportunities and doesn't score, and we get a few opportunities and do score. The most annoying thing is, if you look at the shots on target, the 3 that we missed all hit the post. 2 from Marshall and 1 from Patrick Roberts towards the end as well. So it's frustrating. But I don't think the formation was that bad, in fairness. Looking at those stats, we had a lot more opportunities. It's just that we had 4 shots against us and 3 of them went in. So I think it's just might just be bad luck. We'll try it again against Crystal Palace in the League Cup, and we'll see how it goes. Right, let's see people's stats going up. Good. Yeah, we're looking pretty decent. Seamus Barr, Ben Fraser, and Patrick Roberts, those are our 3 talisman youngsters, so I might try and bring a few of them in. What's Pogba got to say then? Why is he happy? Because he played? You're going to play, mate. You're one of our best players. I thought I'd put my head around the door and say thanks for having the faith to play me so much. Well, that's great, Pogba. You're one of the best players I've got, so I'm glad that you're on side, because De Gea doesn't seem too happy at the moment. Right. So we've got a game now against Crystal Palace. It is in the League Cup, so I am going to make a few changes because I don't want to overdo my players too much. So we are going to bring in Lottin, who was requested to play. Where is Lottin? Where are you, you greasy little git? There you are. 76 rated now anyway, not too bad at all, is he really? Should we play Sarr? We've not played Sarr yet, I don't think. So let's bring in Sarr, as well as Hernandez. And let's play Reece Oxford. We're gonna really go for it in this game. I know probably not the best idea, but we need to make some changes just to keep people fresh. So Tielemans will play. Oh, let's play Fraser. Why not? This is probably a much more risky team than what I probably should be going for in this situation, based on our recent form. But I'm not going to go for Rashford because that's too risky. I'll keep Ibra in there because he's not probably going to play too much more for us. And then Seamus Barr in place of Dybala, right. And then Dembele can come off. And we'll play someone we haven't played much at all this season. That's Mkhitaryan. Is that everyone going to be happy then? Yeah, I think that's a good team. I'm tempted to play Edna O'Connor, but I think it's too risky. I think Edna O'Connor will probably leave us anyway because although he's got a good potential, we've actually got another young goalkeeper who is guaranteed to have a better potential. Well, not guaranteed, but he's guaranteed to have at least an 85, so I'm pretty happy to go ahead with him instead. But we'll do that in January when we get the a few new youth players in. But let's get into this Crystal Palace game in the League Cup and see if we can turn this poor form around. Because I don't want to get knocked out of this cup either. Over the top with in one go, but it's the League Cup. I don't want to risk playing all my best players. Right. Hernandez cuts it out, plays it straight into Ibrahimovic. Ibra's been playing with a lot of pace around him, so that could be beneficial to everyone, really. Patrick Murphy, great ball over the top. Seamus Barr. Oh, Seamus Baha, please score that goal. That would have been a perfect start and a great link up from two of our future stars that are 85 plus. That is frustrating, that is, but it's very promising early on. Remember the last time we played a weekend side, we accidentally played a weekend side against Liverpool and we ended up winning them 5-0. So, yeah, let's see how we get on here then. Murphy out wide into Mkhitaryan. Good tackle, Reece Oxford, really showing some good strength there. And then plays it into the path of Ibrahimovic as well. Tielemans. Patrick Murphy. Gotta be. Yes, Patrick Murphy gets the goal this time. He's had a few opportunities so far. A couple that he probably should have scored as well. But this was the one where he finally did get that goal. And it was well played. He would have struggled to miss from there, wouldn't he, really? And it's a well-deserved goal from Murphy as well, actually. Like I said, he's got himself in some very good attacking positions, but not been able to really take the advantage fully. And now he finally does here in this League Cup game. We've taken a risk by playing a few youngsters, but at the moment, 56 minutes into the game, it is paying off at the moment. I'm sure his hair's getting longer. I'm sure his hair wasn't that long last time. 1-0. Patrick Murphy with a goal. He's third of the season as well. Tielemans then to Seamus Baha. Seamus Baha, poor. Well, I say poor first touch. He was Oxford again. He just had players on him straight away, didn't he? And that is the ball by Seamus Baha out wide to Mbappe Lotin. He's got 4 players barrelling down him though. Can he get the ball into the middle? He does. Is that a penalty? Yes, that's the penalty, isn't it? Has he given the penalty? I think he has. He's given the penalty. Lotin with a cross and just got caught late by Ward, and it is going to be the penalty. It is, isn't it? Yeah, I'm inside the box, yeah. Well, yeah, it is. I don't know. It's a little harsh, isn't it? But Ibra gets a chance now to put the ball in the back of the net and probably finish his game off. He does score. It's 2-0 to Manchester United. Zlatan Ibrahimovic with the second. This probably will be his last. I'm pretty sure this will be Ibrahimovic's last season with us. He's dropped from a 91 he was last season down to an 86 now, so he's in complete free fall. And if he finds himself a club somewhere else for another season, then all good to him. But I think we've got Dybala, Rashford, Patrick Murphy to work on for the future. And I think this could be a good one for Ibrahimovic. Another winning season, but 2-0. Looks like we're starting to get ourselves back into a little bit of form, hopefully. De Gea saves, go on. Yep, he's clear. He's clear. Seamus Baha is clear. Finds Patrick Murphy. Does Murphy have the pace? He does. He pulls away from the defender. Patrick Murphy. Oh, just got too close to the goalkeeper. That was a chance for his second of the game, I think, there. Will he get another opportunity for that? I don't know, but that was a counter-attack we really should have put away. And I think with time, when the two players improve, I think we definitely will be putting those away for fun. Shmonikov as well there to cut in, and oh, Mali, and there's a goal. That was a really good bit of play that by Crystal Palace. They've not got long left. I don't know why they're wasting time with this celebration. They should be grabbing that ball and getting back into it. But look at that, just over the top, and caught us all unaware with the guy at the back post. Defensively, wasn't very good. We all came in quite narrow. De Gea almost got enough on that to keep it out, but right, 2-1. We don't keep the clean sheet, which is a bit of a shame. But at least we're still in the lead, and we've only got a few minutes left now. We can hold on to this. A bit frustrating considering we nearly just got a third goal. We probably should have got a third goal. But instead we end up conceding instead. 2-1. Come on, ref, blow the whistle. We don't want to carry on. Hernandez, get that. He does get that. It's a Lotin. Lotin, just clear it. Lotin does boot that forward into Ibrahimovic. Townsend. Oh, Murphy does poke that into Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Boom. There we go. Zlatan Ibrahimovic making it 3-1. I don't know how that even happened. I didn't think that. What was that cocky first touch there by Ibrahimovic? And blast it right in the top corner. Yeah, I didn't think Patrick Murphy even got to that. He just sort of stuck his leg out and poked it right into the path of Ibrahimovic, and there we go. There we go. The Zlatan makes it 3-1. His second goal of the evening. And I think that's probably going to be the full-time whistle when the game starts again. It's got to be any second now, surely. There it is. We are back with a victory, finally. It's taken us some time to get this victory, hasn't it? But a goal from Patrick Murphy and 2 goals from Zlatan Ibrahimovic have put us through to the next round. And let's see how we got on. Ibrahimovic 9.1, Murphy 9.0. Seamus Barr 7.1. I think that's a bit harsh. I think you did better than that. But then again, everyone did pretty well, didn't they? Everyone's a bit knackered. 2 goals for Zlatan, 1 for Murphy. 1 assist for Murphy and 1 for Tielemans as well. And of course the penalty led to the other goal. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. And oh, I was about to say Man City got knocked out. They didn't. How did I read that wrong? West Ham are knocked out. So we are now going to be facing off against Stoke, by the looks of it, in the semi-final. So we're doing pretty well. Semi-finals, of course, won't take place now till February or January. So we've got quite some time before we're back in the League Cup. But it's given us a good chance to play a few of our younger players, hasn't it, really? So let's go forward. We've got one more game left in this episode. And, of course, that is going to be Leicester City. The worst champions ever. Ooh. Yep, so Memphis Depay has accepted these new contracts. I'd like to sit out the next game. I'm not feeling sharp enough and could do a few rest days. That's fine. Right, so we get a chance now to see some of our new players. 86 to 92, 86 to 92, 85 to 91. These 3 players for me will all be promoted up in January. 83 to 89. Patrick Murray, I think we're definitely probably going to take him in January as well. Pierce Campbell, 85 to 91. Again, another player. These 5 players could all join us. That's what I want to try and do now. I want to try and make sure that all players are at least 85. But I'm going to let Patrick Murray go because... Not go, but I'm going to let him through because we haven't got a lot of centre-backs and that could be a good one for us. John Donahue. That's not Donahue, is it? Donahue. I've got no idea. 77 to 94. Why can't I pronounce that? It looks like Donahue. Yeah, we'll call him Donahue. 77 to 94, so pretty good. Lance Davis, 71 to 91. Seamus Duffy, I'm afraid you have dropped down to 86 max, so we're going to get rid of you. Adam Lewis, 76 to 94. And Ollie Robinson, a right back. Ooh, interesting. 72 to 92, a young right back. That's pretty good, actually. I like that. We haven't got a lot of wing backs coming through our academy, and we could do a really good potential right back. Cancelo's good, but Ben Fraser's up 11 points now. It's gone up to 65. Seamus Barr's up to 62. Patrick Murphy up 7 to... oh, that's because whenever you start a new month, you get everyone gets a bit of a stat boost, don't you? So he's gone up 1 point. I think he's gone up 1. But if you look as well, like he's 25% way through 65. Seamus Barr is on the brink of 63. And Patrick Murphy's on the brink of 67. So that's pretty good as well. Where are we now? Where are we now? What's the date? The date is the 2nd of December. So we're only 2 episodes away after this one from hitting that January transfer window. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Not got many players lined up to bring in, but I think Youth Academy-wise, it's all be down to how many players we sell, I think. That's going to be the main thing. We do have a couple of players on our shortlist, and we'll try and get them in January, but I don't know how much luck we'll get. This is why I did change a lot of my team around, because as you can see, Pogba's got up to a 93 as well. Yeah, as you can see, everyone's knackered after that game, aren't they? Should we change formation again? I think we'll change formation, I think. Let me stop messing around with this team sheet. Let me go back to our trusted one, because I want to try and play a couple of extra wingers in this game, because winger-wise, we've not played a lot of them recently. I could play this formation again, the diamond. That seems to work well. Let's play the diamond. So a right back, we're going to bring in Cancelo. Where are you, Cancelo? Dybala's up to an 88 now as well. Very good. Cancelo on the pitch. No, I always struggle to find people. I keep putting these in order, but eventually they just get out of order again, don't they? Let's get Cancelo's there. Right, he's in. Who else we got? So we've got Rashford and Murphy up front with Kovalenko just behind. So let's... Kovalenko's finally hit that 80 mark. That's what we want to see. So Dybala can come in there. Should we play Marshall on the left, or should we rest Marshall for a game? We're going to bring in Pogba for Dahoud. Let's play... Varane beside Jonathan. No, Varane and Bailey. Let's have a real strong centre-back pair, and Luke Shaw's in there as well. Am I happy with that formation? I am. How's Martins doing? Is he back to fitness yet? He's not 100%, is he? So we won't put him on the game yet. I think that's about it then. We'll play with this team against Leicester. Asensio's not back yet, is he? Asensio's still out. Yeah, Asensio's still out, but he's not far away, I don't think. He had a broken ankle, didn't he? So we'll go ahead with this team. So De Gea, Shaw, Bailey, Varane, Cancelo, Pogba, Depay, Dembele, Kovalenko, Dybala and Rashford for this game here against Leicester. Our league form hasn't been great, has it really? With our last two games, I think, were a loss and a draw, so we could do with getting back into this one. Currently, our lead at the top of the Premiership has dropped down to 2 points ahead of Watford. But luckily for us, both Arsenal and Chelsea seem to have hiccuped as well by the looks of it, but we're still 4 points clear of them. So let's get into this game and hopefully get back into some good league form. Pogba gets it back though. Dybala into Kovalenko. We know he's got a good shot on him, but got caught just as he was taking that shot, and it looks like it is going to be a corner. Depay takes it near post. Comes back out to Depay. Get a good ball in. Kovalenko. Wow. What a save by Kasper Schmeichel, but a great chance there to get ourselves the opening goal of the game. Dembele's ball in. Bailey. Again, Schmeichel saves. And it was a loose clearance there. It's gone straight to Memphis. Kovalenko now into Rashford. Kovalenko again. Dybala. So Dybala played in the last Premiership game and knocked in a couple of goals. And the game we lost against Everton. Cancelo, good tackle by him. Into the path now of Dybala. Rashford. Rashford right in the back of the net. No chance for Kasper Schmeichel this time. Schmeichel's knocked in some pretty decent saves in this first 20 minutes. But that one was always going to have the same result, wasn't it, really? There's too much space for Rashford in the middle. First time shot right in the top corner as well. And Rashford is really showing this season that he is going to be taking the place of Ibra next year. I've said this before. I think this is going to be Ibra's last season with us. His contract expires at the end of the season, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm really bothered about renewing it. I like to use the youth players as much as I possibly can, and I think that's being shown. Rashford was only was he 76 when the game starts? He's now up to an 81, and Dybala's up to an 88 now as well. So it just shows now that the players are starting to catch Ibrahimovic up, and I think the pace of Rashford really helps us out as well. And of course we've got good old Patrick Murphy in the reserves, getting better and better and better week on week. Kovalenko plays that back now to Pogba. Pogba! He's not scored many, has he, so far, Pogba, but that was a hell of a shot. It was very central, and we weren't really running up to it, were we? So it wasn't going to cause too many problems. It was more of a lob than anything else, wasn't it? It was looking like. Depay's ball in. It's a short one. For another corner. Again. Pogba just trying to get there. But still, we're just not looking like we're going to score from a corner anytime soon, are we? Cancelo into Kovalenko. Look at the space on the side of the pitch. And looks like Dybala's going to try and probe that space. Cheeky little ball into the middle. Rashford, there we go. It always surprised me on this game just how many headed goals Rashford seems to get. And there's another one assisted by Dybala, who again drifted out wide. He just seems to drift out wide an awful lot, doesn't he? But then again, if he's going to cross the ball like that could be a great partnership of Dybala and Rashford moving forward into the future. Rashford gets his second goal of the game. And what's that now in the league? 10 goals this season. 10 Premier League goals by December is very good. And that could be form that could see him top the goal scoring charts at the end of the season. Granted, he did score 4 of those goals in one game against Liverpool, but I'm not going to take them away from him. Oh, come on, ref. Right, Rashford brings it out now. And he's just got space in front of him to run into. Rashford, on the pace his players on the pitch, So surely going to be another hat-trick for him. It is. Look at that. So cool, calm and collected. The confidence of Marcus Rashford to blast that into the top corner. That is insanely confident, wasn't it? A bit risky. Very risky, but another hat-trick for Rashford then. But there's no one going to catch him. But when he breaks free like that, Leicester committed everybody forward into that corner, bar Kasper Schmeichel. And Rashford takes full advantage there and makes it 3-0. So that's be Rashford's 11th goal of the season. Now Rashford's surely got to be top of the goal scoring charts. And this is going to... I think based on your performance, you might have to correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I think your stat increases across the seasons based on your performance. So if you have really good performances, then your stats will go up quicker. I might be completely wrong there, but Rashford, the way he's going at the moment, he should be a 90 by the end of the season. And there he is again, just tackling the ball back. 3-0 though. Rashford hungry for a fourth. Last time he got a hat-trick, he actually got 4 goals. Oh, I just killed somebody. Go on, ref, blow the full-time whistle, don't book him. Pogba now into Dybala. Here's Dembele. Here's Kovalenko. There we go. It's so easy once you've got a couple of goals in the lead and it gets towards the end of the game, it's so easy to hit him on the counter-attack and score some more. And that was case in point there. Leicester's defence was just so high up the pitch. We were able to just play him around in circles, and Kovalenko, he's not going to get an easier goal for some time, is he there? It's literally just one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Just coolly plays it into that far corner. And Kovalenko scored quite a few goals this season as well. But I think I skipped a little bit where it tells you. But what we'll do is when we hit January, we'll have a mid-season review of the squad. We'll go through the squad and I'll show you exactly who we've got, how far they've gone up and down. Maybe at the end of January when we've done all the transfers in and out, we'll do that. But I think that'd be a pretty good thing to do. I can show you the progression of all of our players so far, the stats, and of course if we do have any new players, which probably we'll have a few youth players, we'll be able to see exactly how good they are as well. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Good result. A 4-0 victory over the former champions, because we're the champions now, Leicester. And as you can see, we dominated 17 shots, 11 on target. We definitely dominated that. Rashford 9.0, 10.0. Dybala 9.3, Kovalenko 9.2. This formation definitely works pretty well for us as well. And a clean sheet for the first time in a long time as well. Liverpool 1-2-1, Man City 2-0. So that's them looking pretty strong as well. And I think we're looking pretty good ourselves. We should be back at the... We're at the top of the table anyway, but we should have got a little bit more clearance there. We're back into the Champions League now then, are we? So let's repeat this because both Patrick Murphy and Seamus Barr are very close to levelling up to the next stat point. See if we can get them there. Boom. There we go. Murphy hits 67 and Seamus Barr hits 63. Seamus Barr's got a bit of work to do. Murphy, you can see some of his stats. Like beat your man, for example. 80 dribbling, 89 ball control, 82 agility. Stamina needs to be built up a bit. Finishing's up to 68, which is good because he struggled a bit with some easy chances, didn't he, in that last game we played him in against Crystal Palace. Barr as well struggled with finishing. So again, getting some of his stats up will probably be a good thing for us. And Fraser is doing pretty well now. He's really getting the parts he needs in the right areas. The stats he needs in the right areas. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm talking crap now. There we go. So we've got one more game in the Champions League. We're guaranteed the top finish. So I might play a couple of weaker players. Well, not necessarily weaker, but a couple of squad players in this game against Galatasaray. But that is going to be obviously in our next episode. Let's have a look at the calendar, see where we are. Next episode then we've got for you Galatasaray. Then we've got an away game against Norwich and a home game against Middlesbrough in the Premiership. Hopefully those two games will be 6 points in the Premiership. Galatasaray game I'm not overly bothered about because we finished top of the group no matter what happens. We can lose 84-0 here and we'll still finish top of the group anyway, so it's not too bad. And then we've got Newcastle, Watford and Southampton in the episode after that. And then we are into the January transfer window. We've got Man City in the semi-finals, the League Cup. That's interesting. And of course, we'll have an FA Cup game on here soon as well. We've got West Ham and Southampton. So we've got a busy January as well. And then, of course, we'll get some Champions League knockout games in February as well. So that's the calendar, the schedule for now. Yeah, this will be the end of the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do hit that like button. It does really help me out. And of course, if you are new around here and you would like to see some more of this FIFA playthrough, then please do hit that subscribe button as well. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon for some more FIFA 17.